Want to find the best investment deals on the market? Have you guys thought about HUD homes? Often FHA foreclosures don't usually appear on the MLS. They may have problems, but they're usually priced cheaper than other listings, and this is how you find them. What's up, real estate rock stars? I'm Mighty Mike, and welcome to another episode of Rockstar News, the news source for real estate agents, real estate investors, and anyone looking to become a real estate rock star. If this is your first time watching, hit that subscribe button and like and share.
What's up, guys? Chris Noon, Century 21 Alton Clark.
Everyone is always looking for a deal, especially in real estate. So where can you go and find some amazing homes with some discounted prices? Well, have you guys heard of HUD homes? If you don't know what that is, HUD homes is simply a property that's owned by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Most HUD homes start off as homes owned by individuals. These homeowners purchase the home using an FHA loan or a Federal Housing Administration loan. And these loans are typically easier to acquire and only require about 3.5% down payments in order to purchase. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, the previous homeowners failed to keep up with the mortgage payments, and then the home went into foreclosure. After which point, the home then becomes a property of the HUD. Now, the HUD must then figure out how to sell the property and make its money back. The process of buying a foreclosure HUD home varies from conventional sales in a couple of ways. In addition, the government agency offers special incentives to buyers in some markets to benefit the home buyers. For example, the HUD's Good Neighbor program offers HUD homes in revitalized areas at a 50% discount to community workers. That's teachers, police officers, firefighters, and EMS personnel who plan to live in the property for at least 36 months. Other HUD perks, low down payment requirements, or other sale allowances you can use in order to pay closing costs to make repairs on the HUD home. Be sure to inquire with your realtor about the unique home buying possibilities. Another bonus for home buyers is that the HUD gives preference to owner occupants who intend to live in the home for at least a year. HUD homes aren't listed on conventional real estate websites, but can instead be found on HUDhomestore.com, where you can shop for HUD home properties by state and zip code. HUD homes are sold through an auction process. Once the HUD listing period deadline is passed and the bids are in, the HUD reviews its options, and if none of the bids are deemed acceptable, the HUD extends the offer period and lowers the asking price until a match is made. Now, keep in mind that there are risks to buying HUD homes. HUD homes are sold as is. If the property requires any repairs, it is up to the buyer to assume those costs. However, not every HUD home needs repairs. Each one, once the HUD takes it over, is assigned to a field service manager who keeps a watchful eye on the property to make sure it's secure and provides maintenance while the home is unoccupied. Well, all financing options are available for HUD homes, including FHA, VA, and conventional financing. If you're buying a HUD home that needs repairs, you may want to check into an FHA 203K loan, which can allow you to include the renovation cost in the loan. Also, in order to represent you in your bid for the HUD home, your realtor must be HUD approved. Many are, so ask your realtor. All right, so Chris, have you ever dealt with a HUD home?
I have not. I've actually been in plenty of HUD homes. Majority of them have actually all been complete, like completely renovated or redone. You know, carpet, appliances, bathrooms, and kitchen. But never to the extent of like granite countertops and fancy stuff like that. It's usually just like kind of the bare minimum.
Oh, so you're talking about like a home bath property?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one that's out there. Like you can, homepath.com, essentially put that, they take the house, they put some renovations in it, make it look decent, and then they actually give you a lot of incentives. I think it was like 3% back to closing costs.
I think I remember seeing that in there. It was almost like a new construction, just but a renovation.
Yeah, I think it's like 3% goes towards closing costs, and then you have to take like a 2-hour course, which is like $75, I think it is. I'm not too sure. But yeah, once you take the 2-hour course, you get that cash to help you pay for your closing costs. So it's a really cool program. I don't think a lot of people, especially realtors, I don't think a lot of them are aware of the HUD home store, that you can go there and check it out. I have tons of investors. I'm just like, you're not going to, they're like, oh, send me some stuff from the MLS. You're not going to find anything on the MLS that's going to give you a good deal. No. That's essentially retail price.
Yeah. It's when you go through those, you're absolutely right. You're going to find those retail price. In order to find like deals, you got to be off the MLS. You got to be off market. You got to talk to wholesalers. You got to be creative. You almost have to be your own wholesaler.
Yeah, well, you got to be able to like be creative enough, especially if you want some good deals. If you're a good investor, you should be able to one, you should be researching how to get these good deals. Here's the thing: most realtors, not to discredit them, but they're used to working in the retail market. They're used to working with average buyers, and there's a certain class of realtors that is familiar with their investment properties, familiar with these different websites that where you can get these deals, and not just different websites, but also different ways of doing it, like going to the courthouse steps. Yep. Tons of auctions and stuff like this. But I think a lot of people are not aware of that, and a lot of realtors are kind of just like, I'm a retail agent, like I help buyers find homes on the MLS. And most buyers are not willing to go through that auction process for a house because, like, if you guys are gonna find a good deal, you may have to purchase a house sight unseen. Yep. And if you're a first-time home buyer, I do not recommend that at all.
No way, definitely not. You definitely want to, like, if it's gonna be a first-time home buyer, definitely go the retail route as best you can, because fixing up a home, and especially if you've never done it, you're gonna be in for one heck of a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. And I think there's a lot of misconceptions that a lot of first-time home buyers have. They're like, well, I grew up and my dad was a handyman, and I learned a lot of things from him. And I'm just like, well, you gotta think about it this way. Is I get a ton of people who are just like, Mike, I want to get a house that has, that may need some repairs and some renovations. So I'm like, gotcha. I'll show you some of those houses, but I'm also going to show you a completely renovated house. Yep. And 9 out of 10 times, they always go to the renovated house, because when you sit there and actually look at it, you're working a full-time job. You have your own career that you're worried about. Are you going to spend your weekends actually putting this house together? Yeah. And if you're honest with yourself and you're not going to do that, then don't sit there and play this game that, like, oh, I want to sit there and build my own equity, HGTV.
Especially if you don't have the spending money. Especially if you don't have the spending money. If you don't have the spending money, do not put yourself in that position. Yeah. Especially DIY, HGTV, don't. Oh my God, that's a horrible example to follow.
Yeah, it is. It
really is.
All right, so what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the HUD Homes is an awesome place, or you kind of want to stay away from the the investment properties altogether? Go and leave your comments down below. All right, don't forget to join us on all of our social media platforms to stay up to date with the latest in Rockstar news. We typically post every single day, but these videos come out essentially Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 days a week. And if you guys thought about launching your career into real estate, you're thinking about getting out of your career coming into this one, shoot us a message directly. We're actually going to be having a career night soon. And we can actually invite you guys to come out there so you can see what it's like to be an actual real estate agent. And if you'd like Chris and I to be your real estate coaches or mentors, you can go ahead and choose one of us. We can help you guys get your career off the ground. Keep in mind that 87% of real estate agents fail in their first 2 years. So having a coach and a mentor is going to be super important, really incredibly important. So go ahead and join us so you guys can become a real estate rock star.